so glad I passed. Cooking is much more exciting than studying or training. I find myself growing irritated just looking at you. Give me strength! Constance, am I mistaken, or were you somewhat averse to vegetables in the past? Mercedes, shush! Eloise? Did you hear me? I said, in the very graveyard where it all began!
Okay, well, do you want to introduce yourself now that we've had some tech issues? You know, it wouldn't be a stream without tech issues, let me tell you.
Okay, well, hello everyone. Nice to see you, or, you know, your chat. And I'm Dorothy Fahn. I play Mercedes in Fire Emblem 3 Houses. And I'm also known as Dorothy Elias Fahn, as some of you may know. And yeah, I've been doing anime and games and all kinds of fun stuff for, you know, since there are Dark Ages, you know, at least a really long time. Oh, look how cute. Somebody's got all these little Mercedes icons. Oh my God, adorable.
Yeah, that's one of our channel emotes. We have so many Fire Emblem ones. It's a problem. It's a little bit of a problem. So they love our Mercy one though.
Woohoo!
All right, let me do this. Oh, I'm gonna have to readjust the size of the video there. But there you go. There's tea time. You guys should be able to
So cute. Look at that.
do that.
Adorable.
I wish I could say I did the art. I did not. My artist is amazing though. His name is Mickey.
Yeah, I'll say those are really cute. Oh, and look, Mercy has a cupcake.
Yep, of course. She loves her sweets.
As do I.
So it's perfect.
Yeah, kind of is.
All right. Well, now that you guys have something nice to look at in the background. So a bunch of you guys sent questions last week, and I've sprinkled them in. So I'll read your name unless you ask to be anonymous, in which case I'll just say it was from anonymous. So I've kind of woven them all together along with my own questions. So if you're ready, Dorothy, I have a bunch of questions here for you.
Absolutely.
So I always like to ask if you auditioned for anybody besides the character that you played, because I think that's really interesting to think about, you know, what if. So did you only audition for Mercedes?
No, here's how this one worked. They don't all work like this. But I got an email from the studio inviting me to come in and audition for a game. I didn't even know what it was. And I had worked with them before. So they picked out several roles that they thought I would, you know, maybe be a good fit for. So there was Mercedes, and I remember, I think I auditioned for Edelgard also.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and one other one, which I don't remember. I think I had 3 to audition for. Yeah, I don't remember the other one. But so I went into the booth and recorded my auditions with the director/engineer. 1 or 2 takes for each character. You know, they just give you a little direction and that's it. And then you try to forget about it because you're like, oh, I really like this character. And oh, what if I don't get it? You know, just got to let it go. I can't remember the 3rd one.
How did you find her specific voice? Because her voice is very different from your speaking voice. So how did you kind of figure out what she sounded like?
Well, you get a picture of the character and a character description, you know, above all the dialogue. And so she seemed very reserved or more in control, I think, and very spiritual. And, you know, so I just kind of took all these qualities together, and that helped me find her voice. I just, you know, when I think of spiritual, I think ethereal, and I think airy, and I think very sweet. And so I just started finding that voice. And you got to do it quick because your audition is in like 2 minutes. So
Kingdom Keeper had asked, did you have any information about Mercedes to go on? So you had a picture and you had kind of just a few, like a paragraph descriptor of her background. And that was kind of it.
That was it. I had no prior information about the character, any of the characters, or even the game. I didn't know what I was auditioning for until I went in. So, which is, you know, doesn't matter either way. But sometimes they don't even tell you the actual name of the game you're auditioning for. They have a code name, you know?
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. I auditioned for, gosh, what was Fantasy Online 2? I can't remember. One of the games that I auditioned
Fantasy
for.
Star?
Yeah, Fantasy Star Online 2 had some weird code name. And I didn't know the actual name of the game. They didn't even say it until it was about to come out. And I'm like, okay, that's what that was. I don't know.
Did Three Houses have a code name? Or did you know? Or you said you didn't know what it was for?
I didn't know until I got there. They didn't
Okay.
tell me in advance. No, I don't think. Just, we want you to come in and audition for this game. Okay, great.
I'm sure this was a while ago. Did you remember leaving going like, yes, I really want Mercedes or Edelgard, or do you just kind of distance yourself?
Seriously, I would have been happy booking any of them, because these gals at Cup of Tea Studios are so wonderful, so great to work with them, and just anything. The smallest part you have, I'll take it, kind sir. But yeah, once I leave, I really try to forget it. Okay, on to the next audition, because otherwise you drive yourself crazy going, oh, I really want to get that part. Can't do it.
So what would you say is the most challenging thing about voicing Mercedes specifically?
Okay, this is interesting, because I was talking about her being spiritual and ethereal, and so I gave like an airy quality to her, which when you do that, or at least when I do, you use more air creating that sound. And when you use more air, you run out of air quicker. So I had to be really careful if there was a long line that I had to say with no break in it, that I had to take a really big breath. Because if it was like 3 lines in a row that had no break, in my normal voice, I could just say it. But if I was doing Mercedes, she has so much air in her voice that I expended so much air, I'd run out before the end of the line. So, okay, can I take that again, please?
One of those situations where you just like start speaking faster and faster at the end.
Okay, wait, okay. I can do this. I can do it.
Was there any scene that was particularly emotional for you to record?
We recorded it kind of a while ago. I don't
Yeah.
remember an overly emotional scene. I know that she had emotions. She did have a depth of feeling, I remember, but usually tried to keep it in control, because she was one of those characters who was mostly in control most of the time. So even when she was feeling a lot of emotion, she tried to hold on to herself and not go wah with whatever. Yeah, no.
No. Cat for the win in chat says, I would get so lightheaded. Did you get lightheaded?
No, but yes, I think a couple of times I actually did. But actually, you know what? You don't usually get lightheaded unless you have to do a lot of running. If you have running efforts that you have to do,
Right.
then it's like, okay, you know what? I need to stop now and not breathe so much.
So this question comes from Eco Batman, who says, how is Fire Emblem memorable to you in comparison to other work you've done? Was there a stronger connection to the characters or fandom?
Wow. Well, she's definitely one of the characters I felt very connected to. It was really easy to get into character. Once I found her voice, that helped me find her character, and understand her motivations. And it was really satisfying as an actor to be able to really get a hold of a character like that. I think because she's so grounded in her beliefs. She had a really solid, grounded character. She was, like I said, she didn't really go out with emotional. She was much more nuanced as a character, and that was great. You love playing characters that you can just sink your teeth into. And yes, the fandom is phenomenal. Oh my God. and the response to the game and the characters was something I didn't expect. I mean, you know, you put your heart and soul into a performance and you just hope that people will enjoy it. And the response for Three Houses has been so gratifying. You know, online, I hear from people on Twitter and Instagram, and I can't wait to meet the fans in person when conventions come back. Please.
Hopefully that's sooner rather than later, because I have been missing cons so much.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Crazy, right?
I think for Fire Emblem Three Houses, like one of the best things about it is just how much they get into the characters, like just how much depth the characters have. Because in some video games you don't really get that. It's just, you know, there's more of a focus on gameplay. So do you kind of prefer characters like that as opposed to, you know, like a character in like a shooter that doesn't really?
I do, because you feel like you're an actor more. You're actually playing a character, you know, who's like a fully realized character, other than, you know, like you say, shooting them up when there's just like, come on, and that's the, you know, that's the extent of your lines. So yeah, this is pretty fun. Oh, how cute that is! Look at that.
What?
The pictures that are rolling by. There was one of her out on the grass. I could see. It was nice.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's our video has all sorts of footage from gameplay and supports and
nice.
Also, everyone in chat is saying that you have an adorable laugh, so I thought I would tell you that. I love it.
Sorry. That's very sweet. I had a teacher one time in high school tell me I had to change my laugh because I laughed too often and too enthusiastically, and I did not listen to her because she was just mean. She was a mean old meanie, and I barely squeaked a C out of that class.
That is such a terrible thing to say to a student.
Yeah, you're in high school, you're impressionable. They tell you to change your laugh. I'm like, thinking in my mind, screw you, lady. But meanwhile, I'm just looking at her like, okay.
Especially, what kind of critique is that? I mean, your laugh is very enthusiastic. You seem like you're enjoying your life. Change that.
Yeah, I know. I hope she's a happier person today.
Let's hope so. So this question comes from Video Junkie 99, who says, if you could ship Mercedes with any Fire Emblem character from any game, who would it be?
Oh my god. Oh my god. This is Dedue, probably.
Oh, I love Dedue.
I guess. Yeah. Seems like they might be a good match.
He's very sweet. Kat, you better spam those Dedue emotes.
Oh, look at that. Woohoo. Oh my god, look at those cute little guys. Oh, look at that cute thing. I don't know what it is, but it's cute.
Kingdom Keeper 98 wants to know, do you have a favorite voice line for Mercedes, if you can remember?
Well, you know, she's a pretty spiritual character, and I think I'm a pretty spiritual person. So I liked her lines about her faith, you know, in the goddess. They like resonated with me, like, you know, I know that the goddess is always watching over us, you know, things like that. Because you know, it's positive affirmation, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. I like that.
I've heard that Nintendo is strict about actors not saying anything in their characters' voices that isn't scripted at cons and such. Is that true? And are other companies as strict?
Yeah. I'm never sure which companies are or aren't okay with that. So I just really try not to do it very often. I sometimes do. But I try not to make a thing of it just so I don't piss anybody off. You know what I mean? I want to keep working.
I always wondered how that would work if that was just your speaking voice.
Yeah, what could they do?
What would you do?
Look at Sandy Fox. If she says any line in her natural voice, it sounds like a character she did.
You just never speak again.
Yeah.
I mean, she sounds so cute. Normally, she talks like this. And most of her characters sound like this, too.
So what would you do? Can't tell her not to talk.
A vow of silence.
Yeah, exactly.
You can only speak when you're working?
Yeah. And then you can hold up signs at other times.
Video Junkie 99 also wants to know if you could see Mercedes being in any anime you've been in, which would it be? I'm assuming like Anime World.
I don't know. Yeah, okay, that's a great question. That's really interesting because I recently worked on an anime called Arte, playing Arte's mom, which was a totally different type of character from Mercedes in every way. But it takes place in the Renaissance in Florence. And I could picture Mercedes running a little pastry shop in town or being a nun who sells pastry for the church, something like that. I think that'd be
for sure.
That could be cool. I could see her in Arte.
Umbreon's RS wants to know which medium do you prefer to act in? Anime, cartoons, video games, etc. And why?
Okay. Well, okay, I started out as a stage actress and I love the stage and I did mostly that for years. And someday I might go back to that, but it's truly exhausting. I mean, I will go back to it at some point. And I love anime. Anime is fantastic. Once you get used to the fact that you have to match somebody else's lip flaps in the video, to record.
That looks very difficult.
It's great. Maybe in the first year, I was just thrown to the dogs in anime and just figured out how to do it. And once you figure out how to do it, it's not even a limitation anymore. So it just becomes like part of it and it's fun. And games are even more freeing because you don't have to match anything. It's usually just the lines. You go in and you get to do your part. Once in a while, there'll be a scene in a game where you have to match a little pre-filmed whatever. But the most fun, I think, is original animation. When you go in and work on a cartoon where it's just you and a script and the director and other actors in the room with you with their scripts, and you get to create something that's completely yours. You're not matching your voice to something else that's already been done. It's just all brand new, and that's so the most fun of all. So I would say original animation.
I think it would be more fun to be with other people than by yourself, right?
Oh yeah, see that's the thing. When I've worked on different original animation shows, you're all in the same room and it's like a fun time. It's like fun times, you're all there together. If you're recording anime or a game, it's just you in the booth recording your lines. So, you get to have a great relationship with the engineer and the director. And if you're leaving and someone else happens to be coming in before you're gone, you get to say, "Hey, how you doing? Great. Have a good session." That's pretty much it. So yeah, more fun to record all together.
Andy lately wants to know, or says, you voiced so many different characters in different franchises. Is there a moment that sticks out as your favorite over the course of your career?
Oh my God.
There's probably a lot.
Yeah, I mean, a moment that sticks out could be anything, right? And I've been around for a while, so I've had a lot of really, really great moments. One thing that was surprising to me, since we're in the Christmas holidays, I booked the role of Evelina in this little Christmas hip hop special called The Night Before Christmas. Which was original animation, by the way. That was fun. But I was working on some project at a studio, and I got a phone call while I was on a break, and they just had me audition for it over the phone, and I got that part.
That's
so
awesome.
I'm like, wow, this is really great. That hardly ever happens, and I don't think it happened again ever like that. So it was pretty memorable.
Was that the only time you've ever auditioned over the phone?
I think it was.
Well, that's pretty awesome that you got it.
Yeah. Oh my God. Did not expect that. Didn't expect it.
So, is there a specific type of character that you like to play?
Huh. Well, okay. I have always played moms. From the beginning of time, I have played moms. Oh my God, all different kinds of moms, mean moms, sweet moms, overbearing moms, ditzy moms. I'm playing the mom. And in the beginning, I was like, gosh, can I play anybody else besides the mom? And I have. I've played a billion different types of characters, but it always comes back to mom. Even in like, what's one of the recent ones I did? I played the mom in Demon Slayer. So I'm always the mom, and I have to say, I like it. I like playing the mom. Darn it. It's really fun. The mom is never, the superstar of the show. She's always it's always the kids. They're the ones that are the stars, but I don't mind. I'm the mom.
I mean, Mercedes is kind of the mom of the Blue Lions a little bit.
Right.
So
she's a little bit older, and and she's a little bit mom-like. Even Maribit in Gundam Iron-Blooded whatever. Her character was very mom-like too. Come to think of it, I am mom. I am mom to all mankind.
Umbreons also wants to know, out of all the voiceover roles you've had over the years, is there one that you have a particular soft spot for, and if so, why?
Well, okay. First of all, you really do love every character you play. You just do.
Mm-hmm.
But possibly my all-time favorite role was Meryl in Trigun, which is going far back, I know. And I love all my characters, but she was so close to me. It was really easy to play her. She was determined and goofy and sentimental and badass, and the writing was great, and the show was great. It was just God, I wish it had another season. I loved playing Meryl. I loved Trigun.
Well, everyone in chat loves Trigun too.
Yay! Woohoo!
It keeps getting recommended to me. I need to watch it. I'm slowly getting into anime. So,
all right.
My best friend loves Trigun.
Woohoo!
And she was very excited to hear that I was talking to you because of that.
Oh yeah, I see there. Oh my gosh, yeah. Somebody said, did someone mention Cyborg 009? Woo, that's going way back. Fantastic. Yeah, I came out of the womb and started recording anime, so
So Kilroy987 says, I've heard voice actors say that if you want to be a voice actor, the actor part comes first. Can you talk about your experience getting into the industry?
Oh, God. My experience getting into the industry was unconventional because, like you say, acting is the number one thing. You need to learn how to act because you're an actor. Voice actors are actors. But I started out so long ago, we're talking like the early 90s, that it wasn't a career path. VO was not a career path. There was no anime. There was no Trigun. There was no nothing. There was no anime on TV, no Toonami, no Crunchyroll. The first show that I got was totally by accident. We were just being stage actors, trying to work commercials and stuff like that. And a guy that was working with my husband, Tom Fahn, the voice of Agumon and Digimon, the guy comes up to us and says, I got this project. It's a cartoon from Japan, and they want to make it into English. You guys are actors. Would you be interested in doing that? And that's how I got into voice acting. Literally, from that moment on, it was that show, and then another show, and another, and another, and another, and another, and it just kept snowballing.
It's just because you said yes, right?
Yeah.
You said yes.
Yeah, well, and because, my husband worked with the right guy at the right time. if he didn't work there, we'd still be doing, I don't know what. I don't know. But yeah, so we were actors before. We went to college, we got degrees in acting, we did a bunch of stage acting, commercial acting classes, so that by the time we got into voiceover, we kind of knew what we were doing. We didn't understand what this medium was, but we knew the acting part. So that's really the root of it all. You have to know how to act. Gotta learn how to act, and it's fun. It's so fun.
Well, everyone's freaking out because you mentioned Agumon.
Yeah, Agumon is my husband. We worked in Digimon together. I was Lilymon, and I was Ty's mom, and I was Rosemon, and all these other Mons. Meanwhile, he was Agumon, and everyone loves him, and I love him. And Digimon, I think the last movie, the last Kazuna, finally came out, and we saw it and cried. Oh my God. Okay, I can't. No spoilers, but if you see it, there will be a little sadness. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, that's right. Someone says I see it. Lilymon is married to Agumon. You're right. Oh my God.
So Anonymous wants to know, did you start off knowing you had such a vocal range, or did you have to work to develop it?
Oh my God, I had no idea. Because, well, see, voice actors can play any part that they can sound like, right? But since we were coming from on camera and stage, we were only ever cast as a character that we looked like and sounded like ourselves, basically, mostly. So when I got into VO, I didn't know anything else. I didn't a range of character voices. Ooh, what is this thing now? This strange new world that I'm discovering. So, I played around with different voices, and I got to do some characters with different voices, and, learning how to, make a squeaky voice and whatever. But so I did not know I had any kind of range as a voice actor when I started. In fact, a director cast me in a boy role, which I had never done up to that point. In my mind, there were girls who did boy roles that, Brianne Sedal and I don't know, Debbie Derryberry, they did the boys. And he cast me, and I'm like, I don't know if I can do it. And he goes, I can tell you can do it from the sound of your voice. And he helped me figure it out. So it was something I never thought I could ever do. And I've played so many boys since then, because one person had faith in me, thank you. And it encouraged me to realize that I could expand my range. There aren't the girls who do boy voices, and there aren't the girls who just do, these kind of voices. You can do that. You can stretch your range and work to get there and learn how to do it safely. So you don't, the deep villainous roles or the, whatever. Yeah. I learned that on the job. I had no idea that I could even do that.
That's so awesome, though, that, you had somebody that was that supportive.
Yeah. Yeah, he heard that in me that I had no idea I could even do. So that was great. Find people around you who are encouraging. You can do it. Do it. Sorry.
Can you talk about your audition process? So kind of what, your headspace and sort of how you prepare for an audition and, how you approach characters. And also, do you have any audition tips for aspiring voice actors?
Audition tips. Well, I guess the main thing is to, when you get the copy, make specific choices, specific, bold choices. If you've got, especially if you've only had 6 or 7 lines and that's your whole audition, figure out what's the character's age? What is their temperament? What's their personality like? How do they react to the other characters in the scene? Because you don't often get much. You get a little bit to go on to create your audition, but you have to make it full. You have to make your own choices, even not knowing what the real full script is like. And to help find the character's authentic voice. I mean, if you have a picture of what the character looks like, that's helpful. And they describe what the character's like, and you go with that. But it's also, it's also about the choices the character makes besides just the voice. So, is that what the question was? Did I answer that?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I guess it would be pretty easy to kind of be afraid that you're doing it wrong, right? And you're just saying, make those choices.
Yeah, just do it. Make the choices that feels right. Sometimes they even say, you can put 2 different takes on one MP3. So if you feel like this might be wrong, but I want to do it anyway, do it, go for it, do that, and then give them the other take, the other thing that you think, I don't know, maybe. Go ahead and do it too. Give them choices. They like choices.
Anonymous wants to know, which role were you most intimidated to play when you heard you were cast?
Okay. Well, okay. So I'm going back to the boy voice thing because I started doing it, but I was not super confident in the beginning. I was cast as Pororo, the little penguin, in Pororo's Racing Adventure, which is like, the lead character. And I was intimidated because he was a boy voice and I had this big role. But they wanted me to sound, he's a little penguin, they wanted me to sound like a young boy, sweet and cute. And I was really worried that he would sound too girly. And I was like just anxious the whole time that he was going to sound like a girl. But my director was really amazing, and she's, pulled me through it. And I just wish I could have relaxed and just, gone with it. That's the thing. You look back and you're like, God, why was I so anxious about that part? Why did I feel intimidated about that part? Totally unnecessary. But yeah, it was that. It was probably that part.
Wizard World 18 wants to know, what is the most challenging aspect of voiceover and what is the most enjoyable?
Well, I mean, the most challenging thing is the throwing it away part after you're done. You get a bunch of auditions, and to be honest, there are some that you really wish you could get. You're like, God, I nailed that audition. I really want that. Darn it. And if you don't get it, which, most of the time you have to do like a whole slew of auditions before you get anything. It's throwing it away. It's really hard. But you have to do it. You got to learn to do it. You can't go back and think, I wonder if they'll call me. It's been a week. I wonder if they're still, forget it. No. Bye. On to the next thing. Painful, but there will be another really good role, and you'll probably get that one instead. So, and because you'll drive yourself completely crazy if you don't do that. And the most enjoyable part is, of course, working the job. The job is the icing on the cake. Oh my God, that's the room you want to be in. That's, happiness.
How many auditions would you say that you do kind of like on a weekly basis? I'm just curious about like the volume of auditions that you do.
It varies. It really varies depending on what is out there that's auditioning that week. I mean, I could have, 8 auditions in a week, or none. There might be no auditions in 1 week, or there might be like 5 auditions in 1 day. It just changes all the time. So, yeah, but, you do your best. You try to give it your best shot for every single one. And, one of them will hit.
Anonymous wants to know, how has the voiceover industry changed since you started, especially with regards to the representation of women and people of color?
Well, okay. There are definitely more male directors than female directors. But there seems to be more female representation as directors than like on camera, I think. Yeah. I think there's a lot more female directors in voiceover than on camera, at least that I know of. But from the beginning, I've worked with many female directors, a lot. But it does seem like only recently that more people of color have been getting representation in VO. That's definitely something that's been lacking, I think, in the industry. But it's being dealt with now. People are becoming more aware of that, and so I think it's going to change. The balance will shift, and we'll all be together, hopefully.
So this question is about Danganronpa, which I know that a lot of people love. This comes from Anonymous as well. And they say, without spoilers, did you know your character's arcs when you began recording in Danganronpa, or was that information slowly revealed to you?
Okay, here's the thing. Without spoilers, let me first say that Sayaka and Chihiro, I mostly knew their arc. I mostly knew what was going to happen, and I especially I love playing Chihiro. But when I was recording Tsumugi, okay, we have 4-hour sessions when you're recording a game, and there's usually like 4-hour sessions over, I don't know, a period of days. And so we're recording through the game, recording. We get to the last day of recording, and we get to this point in the game when I just went, wait, what? Wait, what? Are you kidding me? Oh my God! They did not tell me ahead of time, which in a way was genius, because if I knew this spoiler ahead of time, it might have changed the way I played the role. So that I was completely shocked and flabbergasted. And then it was like, okay, let's finish this puppy. It was pretty fun.
In chat, they're saying that V3 broke them.
Oh my God. Yeah, it kind of broke me too, baby. Oh yeah, I'm looking at oh yeah, V3 broke me. Gotta love surprises. Oh yeah, baby. No spoilers. There might be people who haven't seen it yet.
For video games, is that usually how it goes? Do you usually kind of know the arc of your character, or is it just more like that? Do you get surprised?
Well, most games don't have a surprise quite like that. But yeah, you generally know the general arc of your character, because they'll just give you a broad, quick overview before you go in, and then as you start recording through the scenes, then with each scene change, they'll give you the context of the scene specifically, because they can't take too long getting into the details of everything that's happening. We got 4 hours here, but yeah, you usually pretty much know. There might be something now and then that pops up that's like, oh, okay, but nothing like Tsumugi.
Anonymous wants to know, are there still personal milestones or goals that you have yet to accomplish despite your amazing body of work? And if so, what are they? If you feel comfortable sharing, of course.
Yes. Here is my goal that I've yet to accomplish. Someday, I want to be in a Star Wars cartoon. Oh my God. I want to be in a Star Wars cartoon so badly. Yeah, that's it.
That's
the
it.
goal. Please help me. Okay.
Well, if any of us are ever casting for a Star Wars cartoon, everybody in chat's gonna have you in mind.
Yay! Oh my God! Yeah, right. Be the mom of the Star Wars. Yeah, I'll play somebody's mom. That's hilarious. Oh my God.
Kilroy987 wants to know, like, which character in Star Wars, like, if you could pick any.
I would have to be a new character. Since I would be someone's mother, I would play someone's mom. But I couldn't play Rey's mom because that would mean that my husband, no. No.
I know what you mean. I know where you're going with that.
No. Yeah, no, I would be a new character. In fact, my daughter was saying just the other day that I should have a character named Darth Dorth.
Dorothy.
Dorothy. Darth Dorth. I'll go with that. Mom of the Darths. Yeah. Okay. Darth Mom. That's it.
There you go.
I'll be Darth Maul's Darth Mom. Okay, now I'm getting completely out of control.
So Dragon Deathcab wants to know, what's your favorite style of music or artist in general?
I have a very diverse musical interest. Like, okay, the Beatles are gods. I love 80s music. I love the 80s. Sorry, what can I tell you? They were very fun. The 80s were fun. I love Baroque classical music. Don't at me. I love soundtracks of movies, soundtracks of theater. I just like a lot of different music. A lot.
I'm totally the same way. I love a lot, like a huge variety of music.
Excellent. It's the way it should be.
That's right. My husband is very excited that you're a classical fan.
Yay! Woo-hoo. Someone wrote 80s. Yes! And if it ain't Baroque, don't fix it. Oldest joke in the book. Oh my God.
Well, Video Junkie wanted to know what helps motivate you to keep pushing to achieve your dreams. I'm assuming this is related to voiceover, but
yeah. I guess because I love it. You know, I love what I do. I love acting. I love voice acting. I love it, which is a godsend. If you can do the thing that you really love doing, that's fantastic. That's great. That's the best thing ever. Something you should always try for, always strive for. Whether or not you make a living at the thing that you love, you should always do it because, you know, life is short. You get one life. You got to do the things you love, right? I think.
Absolutely.
Oh, look, someone that was Mercedes a relatable character, or was her line something you wouldn't say? No, yeah, she was very relatable. You know, she didn't have a modern way of speaking theoretically, but yeah, no, I was totally very relatable to Mercedes. That's probably one reason why I got that part, or not, or it could have been totally random. I don't know.
Do you have any idea how much time you spent recording for Mercedes?
I think, probably 12 hours. Probably. I think it was 12 hours. Either 12 or 16. I'm not sure. Because like I said, we go in 4-hour sessions. You get like a 5-minute break every hour to get like tea or water or go to the bathroom or whatever. And often my stomach would start growling at a certain point. Okay, I hope a break is coming soon because I need to eat something. Did you record that stomach growl? I hope you recorded that stomach growl. Okay, great. Oh yeah, that stomach growl is essential to the character. You're right, man.
I mean, Mercedes loves sweets, so...
Yes, absolutely. In fact, what do I got laying around the house after this? I need to eat before I make dinner.
All that goodness in just 12 hours, says Iko.
It was either 12 or I can't remember.
It doesn't seem like a lot, but it is. I mean, when you think about all the dialogue.
Well, and plus that's like 12 hours of just me recording my lines. That is a lot of time in a booth. Yeah, totally worth it though. Worth it.
Joker wants to know, were there any moments where you struggled to capture Mercedes while recording?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so. This was, like I said, I think I had a pretty good handle on her. And if I didn't after one take, the director would, nudge me in the right direction. It was a really good, great positive experience in every way.
Well, it was for us too. We played all the routes.
Excellent.
So, and I know everybody loves Mercy. She's one of our favorites. So
Yay!
we really appreciate the work that you've done.
Thank you. I appreciate all of you very much.
So before you go, is there anything that you can talk about that might be coming out that you've worked on, or is it all under wraps?
Everything's under wraps. Everything is always under wraps.
Of course.
Until like the day before, it's under wraps.
Well, thank you so much for coming on and talking with us. It was so awesome to have you here. I really appreciate your time.
Thanks. Thanks for
It's
asking
been
me.
great. Yeah. It's been great. I'm sure chat is very thankful as well, as they are saying.
Nice. All right. I guess that's mostly it. I gotta make dinner for some hungry people.
Just like Mercedes probably did for all the Blue Lions.
Exactly. Oh my God, I am her. Go get some food, they say. Yeah, man.
Yes.
Gotta
Go
do
get
it.
some food. All right. Thank you again. I really
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Thank you, everyone, for coming along. And yeah, thanks, y'all. See you on the next one.